Hello and welcome to another episode of Toothless MMA radio series Quick Hitters. I'll be your host, John Galloway, and today as we look at the world of combat sports, I'll be joined by my guest, Jeremy Severn. Jeremy, John Galloway, Toothless MMA, how's it going today?
Going good, John. How about yourself, man?
It's going great, thank you for asking. So, Jeremy, you're going to be on the upcoming Titan FC card, Titan FC 29, on August 22nd. How's that feel for you, stepping up into a premier organization like Titan?
It's exciting. I fought for the XFC, but be able to get to fight for Titan, I got that call. I was pretty excited about it against a real good opponent. So I'm pumped.
Yeah, you're going to be facing Luciano dos Santos. He's a little bit older than you. He's got 5 years on you. He's got a lot more ring experience with a 9-7 record as opposed to your 4-1. You clearly have the better percentage, but with the experience that he has walking into the ring, is that something that has you concerned at all? All right, so Jeremy, we lost you there for a second. So as I was saying, you're going to be facing Luciano dos Santos, a little bit older than you. He's 35 as opposed to your 26, he's 31 to your 26, so 5 years older. You've got a better percentage record. You're 4-1. He's 9-7. Does the experience factor concern you at all that he's got that much more time in the ring?
No, it really doesn't. Since I've turned pro, every fight I've taken, every opponent I've had has had that experience. From my second fight, pro fight on, I fought guys who were 9-5, 10-3. So the experience is not that big of a deal for me.
All right, now you're fighting at a Charleston MMA. What kind of camp is that? You have other guys that are coming out of there into these organizations that can raise your level, or are you the top guy there?
Actually, I train with Jason Hinks, who fights for the XFC, and then Blaine Thomas actually just moved to our school as well. And so, I mean, we have a lot of killers that just aren't out on the radar yet, But, I mean, I have a great team to train with, great training partners who push me every day. We might not have our name out as big as some of the other gyms yet, but we definitely have talent for in our gym.
Well, Blaine's also going to be fighting on this card coming up, so maybe the two of you can put your camp on the map. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man.
Now, you had mentioned that you had fought for XFC, Conflict MMA also.
Yep.
Now, you had won a 3-fight contract for Conflict MMA. Was it?
For the XFC. I won a 3-fight contract for the XFC.
Oh, that was for XFC? My mistake. I misread that there. Now, what happened? Because you had one fight with XFC, you've had several with Conflict MMA following that, and now you're moving on to Titan. Do you still have that commitment from XFC?
Yeah, I do. I actually fought for XFC before I won the contract, and then I did their tryouts, and we had about 250 people try out. I made it about 6 people and won that contract. And they're still putting some things together for their first show back here in America, and I got the Boston Titan to come fight for them, so I'm trying not to take too much time off to stay active.
Well, Titan's one of the few organizations out there that does allow their fighters to fight in other organizations and take other opportunities as they come up. Is that one of the things that was attractive to Titan, that they do allow you to expand and to grow in other directions, not just with them?
Yeah, that's an awesome chance for me, because I can fight, like I said, for multiple organizations and get my name out there at multiple places. And then the ultimate goal is to be able to have ultimate title, or more than one title in these organizations. If you're not fighting for an organization, the goal is winning the title. Why are you there?
Well, you have had one title fight. Unfortunately, you lost that one. That was for Conflict. That was your lightweight fight back at Conflict Cage Fights 13. Now, what happened in that fight? I know that you lost by choke, but how did you have that fight going up until that point?
It was a real close fight against Joe Elmore, who's super tough guy. And I got caught, made a mistake. I ended up getting caught in the choke. I wouldn't really count it as a loss, more of a learning experience. I definitely learned from that. It was my third pro fight. Yeah, my third pro fight, and it was his 15th or 16th pro fight. So, but still, I learned from it.
Absolutely, and the good guys in this sport, and basically the good guys in life, when something happens and it doesn't go their way, they take it as a learning experience. You can never treat it as a loss. I like that attitude that you got.
Absolutely.
Now, going into this fight, were you able to watch videos, see film of Luciano, develop a game plan based on what you've seen from him?
I've seen, one or two fights. I know he's a multi-striker. I know he's got good stand-up. I haven't seen a lot of his ground game. I know he's really good to punch. But I just kind of take it like I take every fight. I'm just going to go in there and do what I do. Have my conditioning to the point where I can break people. Just push until it breaks.
Is that how you see this fight going? You see this pushing into the third round, wearing him down, and then being able to finish the fight?
Yeah, I can see it going that way. Hopefully I can end it sooner than that if it didn't get out. But, from what I've seen, he's a super tough guy. And but I think I'm going to be bigger, stronger, have the reach advantage. Like you said, he might have the experience. I have 100% confidence in this fight.
Now, with the you said you have the reach advantage there. Is that something that plays into your fighting skills? I know that you've had a couple submissions, you had a couple Fight of the Night awards, but where would you characterize yourself? Would you characterize yourself as a stand-up fighter, a ground fighter, a wrestler? Where would you put yourself?
I came up with a wrestling background, wrestling first grade. I've got a lot of wins by submission. I'm pretty decent on the ground. I'd say if people classify me, they classify me as a ground fighter, but I'm ready to kind of showcase my hands, my stand-up. We've been working on a lot.
Now, Jeremy, coming up on August 22nd with the Titan FC fight, there's going to be other guys on the cards. There's going to be other people there. Who else on that card, besides Blaine, who we already mentioned, do you have any experience with? Is there anybody else?
Honestly, I don't really have a lot of experience with those guys. I've seen them. It's great for me to get the fight on a card that has some of the top guys in the country on it. Ben Saunders, Matt Riddle. Have that headline in that card for me to be on that same card is awesome. I fought on the same card as Dewan Owens before in Charlotte. But other than that, it's going to be kind of an experience for me.
Now, you're going to be the opening fight on that card. Does that add any pressure to bring it up and to open the night on a strong note? Does that add any pressure going into the fight?
I wouldn't say it adds pressure. Honestly, I like that. I've had one fight card before where I was the opening fight, and it was awesome to get in there, get done, and then actually be able to enjoy and watch the other fight. The past few cards I've been the main event on two and the second to last fight on another one. So I've been in the back, not able to watch and enjoy the fight. So to be the first card, be able to go out there, handle business, get done, and then enjoy the rest of the fight. Great.
Now, do you anticipate having a good following there, as it's going to be pretty close to where you guys train?
Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours from there, where we're from. So, I was in the Air Force for 6 years, so hopefully I get a lot of the guys from the base to come out. And, I know a couple of the guys that are at the Army base close there, Fayetteville, so hopefully we'll get a good following from there. So it should be a decent crowd.
Now, with your military background, let me ask you this. We've seen guys come into mixed martial arts from an Army background and have mentioned that the military is where they began learning MMA. Is that something that you've experienced while serving?
No, I mean, that's one of the guys I worked with had actually done MMA. You know, I wrestled with, like I said, for a long time, and I was just missing that competition. I was looking for something big, but they just training to try it out. And honestly, I never really had any expectations or ambitions to make it where I am until I started training. And then I just started setting little goals for myself. You know, here I am, hoping I keep climbing the ladder to the very top.
Nice. Little goals will definitely get you to the big goal. I'm assuming the big goal is eventually a belt around your waist?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Now, going along the way, you're going to have people that are helping you out, sponsors. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
One of my biggest sponsors is Muscle Farm Sportswear out of Charleston. Sponsored by a lot of local places in Charleston. Pleasure, Millennium Sports Nutrition, Bread Ice House, Sneaker, Team First Charleston. You know, Eddie Phipps down in Charleston sponsors me as well. So hopefully I just get to keep going out and not only getting bigger sponsors, but representing the local guys as well.
Now, this fight's going to be coming up on CBS Sports Network. Hopefully you guys can listen in or figure out where that is on your local stations and watch. But if people can't get a hold of it to watch it, where can they follow you on social media? That way they can keep up with your career and how things are going.
I'm on Facebook. I have my personal account under Jeremy Severn. I have a fan page under Jeremy and the Lil B Severn. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Severn, and I also have an Instagram at Lil B65.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up another episode of Toothless MMA Radio Series Quick Hitters. I'd like to extend a big thank you to today's guest for joining us. For Jeremy Severn, this is John Galloway, and we are tapping out.